Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Skyrim. As we left off last time, we were at the celebrations of the Festival of Burning King Olaf, which we assisted in having reinstated. We enjoyed the festivities and came back here for a night of rest and recuperation. And now we find ourselves ready once again to set off for fresh adventures. So, first things first, I have to admit that this is not live commentary. You see, I did record this session yesterday, and let's just say I spent the session recording into a muted microphone. Rather unfortunate, because I planned to upload this yesterday, but, well, didn't quite work out. Anyhow, hopefully today, the 3rd of April, you will get some Skyrim, by hook or by crook. So, yes, today's session then, what do we have in store?
It will be the same without the fire festival. City owes you a debt of gratitude.
And there you go, you see. That's rather a pleasant change for Elwynn. Normally when he steps out the gates, he gets insulted about his magical talents. But yes, this time, some gratitude, some thanks offered by the guard for reinstating the festival. I'm sure he'll be pleased about that. Yeah, so today's session is going to involve us heading out to Northwatch Keep and rescuing Thorald because, well, let's just say, he's been there for some time. He's been there for 3 months, maybe more. So, yeah, before we get distracted any further, that is what we intend to do. And luckily, the shop will shut inside the Gates of Solitude.
I welcome you, friend. Take a look.
But our travelling merchant friends are out here, so we can actually sell some of our wares to him. So selling some of the excess items. Noticing here that our Adept Robes of Destruction are offering a very nice price, but he doesn't have enough gold reserves for us to sell it to him. And looking back at this, I did actually we just been past the weapons section, but I forgot once again to use the Wabblejack. I was planning to use it this session on a couple of wolves, bears or whatever else we managed to stumble across in the field, but I forgot. Keeping the gold items, the gold diamond necklace, the gold emerald ring for our emporium, which we aim to set up in some not too distant future once we have finished exploring, but selling the silver stuff. Selling the gems which we can't use to create gold items of jewellery. Then considering if we will require these dragon claws anymore, seeing as we've used them I believe now. They would fetch a nice price, but they would also make good memorabilia.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
So on we go as we make our way towards our destination. Now Northwatch Keep is a little ways away, it's not too far, but will take us a short while to get there, so whilst we are meandering our way towards there, might as well go through what happened off camera when we were at the Festival of the Burning of King Olaf. You see, it was a rather pleasant evening to be had. Initially we saw what happened. He was inducted into the Bard's College as a member, and then he got a round of applause, not once but twice. Elwynn drinking it in. Well then, once everything had settled down, it was time to enjoy the festival for what it was. The burning effigy, burning well into the night, and Bent, the Bard's College cook, normally quite grumpy, when members of the college venture forth into his kitchen, seemed a bit more light-hearted this time around. He'd cooked a variety of sweets, apple pies, honey nut treats, boiled tarts, and, well, let's just say that Elwynn couldn't resist having one or two of these delightful sugary treats, along with the spiced wine. Yes, Yvette was present and was offering spiced wine to members of the college. She even gave Elwynn a couple of bottles extra due to his the part he played in having the festival reinstalled. There she goes. Brulina beating Elwynn to the punch there. Elwynn hoping to finish her off with a nice big bolt of electricity. Brulina proving to be a little bit quicker off the mark. As the assassin's blade rolls to a stop in the middle of the road, as a sign as to what happens when you try to kill me. Once again, the Dark Brotherhood behind the assassination attempt. Same note that he has seen countless times before. Who wants him dead, and why? Is this not something Elwynn should perhaps investigate? He was informed about... what was that person called? Aventino or something or other? Something similar to that. In Windhelm? Something to do with the Black Brotherhood? Maybe he should find out more about them. Infiltrate their ranks and destroy them from within. Food for thought, of course. And now we have random undead wandering the road. Is this normal practice in this part of the world? I expect to see wolves and saber cats and bears, but undead? Just walking casually down the road is not something I would expect to see. Anyhow, back to what I was saying. You see, yeah. So we had the sweet treats, the spiced wine given to us by Yvette, and of course we had to slip a couple of extra bottles into our satchel that were on offer on the food table of the festival. I'm sure they wouldn't have minded. And then we got sat down next to the burning effigy as the hours passed on, and we got talking to several members of the Bard's College, mainly the students. John, of course, who was the one who assisted in setting the festival up. Ataf, the youngest member. Ilda, or Ildi, who explained to Elwynn that she just didn't quite feel like she was a part of the Bard's College. She felt isolated and that she didn't fit in. And also Aya Aria, who believes, and her teachers believe, who is one of the few members of the Bard's College with any sort of decent talent. So they sat down, burning effigy, keeping warm, eating their goodies, just talking about stuff. As you do when you're in a sort of a bit of a tipsy state. You just talk random crap, don't you? So, yes. But then Elwynn thought, as the new inductee to the Bard's College, he had an idea in how the students could make a name for themselves. Not one to blow his own trumpet, usually. He believes that his exploits, his adventures that he has carried out thus far, are worthy of a ballad, poem or verse of their own. How he rose up to become Archmage of the College of Winterhold. How he saved Whiterun from a dragon, restored their Gildergreen tree after it was dead, effectively. Other such things as well. But they're just to name a few. Exploits such as these are surely worthy of a verse. As we observe a frost troll attacking a Thalmor. We have no intentions of helping the Thalmor, of course. In fact, Brolina has taken it upon herself to actually hurl fireballs at him, whilst we stand by and watch the festivities take place. Ever had a frost troll fall at your feet? So yes, planting the seed. Hopefully, if he returns to Solitude in the future at some point when he's ventured forth and returned for whatever purpose, maybe, just maybe, there may well be a verse about Elwynn. Maybe it'll live down in history. Who knows? Anyway, a rather decent book there, which Elwynn can make use of, particularly since that he really does not like picking locks, especially some of the tougher ones, which cause many picks to become broken and much time to be wasted. The frustration builds, and yes, very, very frustrating indeed. And we begin to see the starting of our loot fest. You see, all of these Thalmor are wearing elven equipment. Elven armour, boots, helms, etc. and carrying glass weapons. Now these are very, very, very lucrative items. So we kill a handful of Thalmor, we're going to find ourselves rather quickly encumbered with a whole host of rather pricey goodies. We're going to be faced with a bit of a dilemma on how best to carry them back. But our first dilemma is actually trying to figure out how the hell to reach Northwatch Keep. And I don't believe this is the right way.
Who knows what could be down there?
Whilst at the festival of the Burning of King Olaf, we also managed to have a quick chat before she retired for bed to one of the staff members, Pantea, who made some strange ramblings about the fact that she'd lost a flute or something. We didn't talk to her in great detail, it was getting on a bit in time, and more than a few goblets of spiced wine had passed Elwynn's lips, so he didn't really want to go into great details about simple lost flutes, but he did take notice of it, just in case he's ever passing by its location in the distant future. Of course, getting a great view of the keep from this cliff, Elwynn deciding once again to practice his acrobatic skills, leaving Brolina for dust, and taking the direct route to his destination. So, deciding to wait for Brolina's arrival before we delve in. Here she comes, finally. So with Brolina at our side, we decide to see if we can talk our way into the keep.
Halt!
Halt, eh? Well, explaining that we're here to see Thorald Greymane.
Are you joking? Even if we had a prisoner by that name, the only way he'd be released is by order of the Imperial Legion. Now I suggest you turn around and go back the way you came.
Oh, as if that's going to happen. You see, we have come for many a mile. You think we're simply going to turn back because some uppity guard has instructed us to do so?
That's privileged information. Now, move along.
So apparently there's no way to talk it in. Now at the time I did think and contemplate heading back to speak with the Imperial Legion to see if we could, as he so rightly put it, get their blessing to release Thorald. Before doing that, I did a lap of the perimeter of the building to see if there was any alternative ways in. Any ways we could perhaps go in undetected.